Welcome back to RV News, the #1 destination for real-time updates, exclusive insights, and breaking developments surrounding the Iraqi Dinar, the Vietnamese Dong, and global currency revaluations. If you're holding on to your IQD or VND and waiting for the moment everything changes, then you're in the right place. This is where speculation meets confirmation, and today we have a bombshell update that could very well be the turning point we've all been waiting for. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any crucial RV news that could impact your financial future. Now, let's get straight to the headline that has the entire currency community buzzing. The RV has been confirmed for May 28th, and reports indicate that unlimited exchanges will begin immediately, along with direct deposits hitting bank accounts faster than anyone anticipated. Yes, you heard that correctly. After years of speculation, waiting, rumors, and disappointment, sources from within banking circles, intel groups, and dinar insiders are all aligning on one clear and powerful message: the revaluation process is finally launching, and May 28th is the day it begins. For months now, we've been reporting on subtle movements behind the scenes. Central bank meetings, shifts in international monetary policies, and quiet adjustments to currency trading platforms have all been indicators that something major was brewing. But as of this week, the situation has taken a sharp turn from probable to confirmed. Trusted sources connected to Tier 1 banking institutions, including major players like Chase, Wells Fargo, and HSBC, have now received the green light to begin initiating the exchange process. These exchanges will reportedly not be capped or limited, allowing IQD holders to exchange their full holdings based on the latest contract rates. What's even more groundbreaking is the banking infrastructure that has been rapidly assembled to support this moment. Redemption centers, long discussed in forums and among intel providers, are said to be fully activated and staffed. These locations are operating under extremely high security, with transactions being monitored closely to ensure compliance, transparency, and legitimacy. Exchange appointments are expected to be offered via secure notifications, and depending on the tier you fall under, you may receive notice via email, text, or direct call from your financial institution. Another significant element that confirms the seriousness of this moment is the direct deposit system being implemented. Previously, there were concerns that once exchanges were initiated, it would take days, if not weeks, for funds to appear in accounts. But according to new information, banks are now prepared to provide instant direct deposit of exchanged funds. This will be facilitated through secure banking channels, with many Tier 1 institutions having already tested and activated these systems in preparation for the mass influx of currency exchanges starting May 28th. This means that once your appointment is completed and your IQD is verified, your newly converted funds will be available in your account almost immediately. Some sources say within hours, others within minutes. This rapid turnaround is a game changer, and it speaks volumes about the preparation and coordination that has gone into this RV event behind the scenes. For years, we've heard about delays due to system testing, international compliance, and geopolitical resistance. But it seems that all those hurdles have finally been cleared. Digging deeper, we've also been hearing reports that certain groups have already begun pre-exchange processes. These early redemptions serve as a final validation of the system's readiness. In some documented cases, recipients have received contracts, exchanged their dinar under NDA agreements, and had funds successfully posted to special access accounts. While the majority of the public has yet to receive such notifications, the existence of these early exchanges demonstrates that the RV mechanism is not just theoretical, it's operational. In tandem with these bank-level confirmations, political developments in Iraq have added fuel to the fire. The Central Bank of Iraq has reportedly been coordinating closely with international financial bodies, including the IMF and the World Bank, to stabilize and recalibrate the country's monetary framework. Over the last several weeks, we've seen key financial reforms passed, debt restructuring agreements signed, and critical infrastructure projects greenlit. All clear indicators that Iraq is preparing for a global financial reset. The timing of these reforms with the May 28 RV date is no coincidence. Furthermore, digital platforms that monitor global currency rates have begun showing signs of fluctuation and suppression of real-time data, a tactic commonly used in the hours or days before a major financial shift. Rates for the IQD and VND have temporarily been frozen or hidden from public view on certain forex trackers. Insiders say this is due to an upcoming rate shift that will only be revealed once the RV goes live and exchange protocols are formally activated. Now let's talk numbers. What are the actual rates being whispered behind closed doors? While official rates are being tightly guarded, several trusted intel providers have reported that the Iraqi dinar could open at an international rate north of $3.50 per IQD, with contract rates reaching as high as $6 or more for those participating in special exchange groups. These rates, if confirmed, would represent a life-changing financial windfall for anyone who's been holding dinar for years, or even decades, waiting for this very moment. The Vietnamese Dong is also expected to revalue shortly after or possibly in parallel with the dinar. Though its numbers are slightly lower due to different economic metrics, projected rates of 0.47 to $2 per VND have been floated among credible sources. These figures remain speculative until official rate sheets are released, but the consistency of these reports over time adds credibility to the projections. Now here's what you need to do if you're holding currency and preparing for the May 28th exchange window. First, make sure your currency is secure and accounted for. Verify its authenticity with a reputable dealer or authentication service. Second, stay close to your communication channels. Emails, texts, and calls from your bank or redemption center may come at any time, and you'll need to respond quickly to lock in your appointment. Third, have your paperwork ready. That includes valid ID, proof of currency purchase if available, and your banking details for direct deposit. Also, consult with a trusted financial advisor or wealth manager who understands large currency transactions. And asset protection. Security is going to be paramount in this process. With large sums being transferred, it's important to be cautious. Avoid disclosing your plans publicly and never share personal banking information with anyone who hasn't been officially verified. Redemption centers will operate under strict confidentiality, and NDAs may be required for those accessing contract rates. Be mentally and financially prepared for that possibility. Also, there has been chatter about tiered processing. Those in Tier 1, military, government contractors, and elite exchange groups are reportedly already in the pipeline. Tier 2, which includes select private groups, are next in line. Tier 3 is where most of the general public falls, and if the intel is accurate, May 28th marks the point where Tier 3 finally begins processing en masse. That's why this date is being talked about with so much energy. It's not the start of the RV process. It's the moment the general public finally gets access. Let's also address the naysayers. We understand skepticism is natural after years of false alarms, misinformation, and broken timelines. But this time, the confirmations aren't just coming from one or two anonymous sources. They're coming from financial institutions, asset managers, regional banking leaders, and even geopolitical analysts. The convergence of all these confirmations is why May 28 holds so much weight. The banks are ready, the systems are ready, the governments are aligned, and now the people are being prepared. The magnitude of what's about to happen cannot be overstated. This isn't just a currency shift, it's a financial rebirth for many who've endured economic hardship, held on to hope, and prepared wisely for this day. This revaluation will not only redistribute wealth, but also create opportunities for investment, philanthropy, and generational change. Whether your goal is financial freedom, building a legacy, or simply securing a better future for your family, this is the kind of moment that can make it all possible. As we approach May 28th, stay calm, stay focused, and stay informed. We at RV News are committed to bringing you the most accurate, timely, and verified information so that you can make the best decisions during this transformational period. Our team will be on standby around the clock to report any updates as they come in, whether it's rate confirmations, exchange center reports, or first-hand testimonials from those who complete their exchanges. Remember, The journey doesn't end with the exchange. It begins. Post-RV, you'll need a strategy. How to allocate funds, how to invest wisely, how to protect your wealth, and how to plan for the long term. Many people become rich overnight, but very few stay wealthy without a plan. We'll be covering all of this in upcoming episodes on RV News, so be sure you're subscribed and following closely. As always,